Hello, hello, hello. First of all, I don't even know if this is this all the way up. Okay. Well, listen, I think it's all the way up. Oh, Father in heaven. Y'all, I got a new notebook. Did I tell y'all that? I got a new notebook. Anyway, good people. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Worthy Wednesday. First of all, I apologize for being late. So I had it set up and then so I had to start over. Okay. So, I am happy to see you on this Worthy Wednesday. Okay, today I'm sporting my North Carolina A&T shirt. That's where my auntie is a professor. And it's in Greensboro, North Carolina. Miriam, what's up, girl? Sarah Q, I approve seeing you watch this Worthy Wednesday, girl. Welcome. Happy to see y'all ladies tonight. So I want to jump right in and get started. Okay, first of all, today is our 22nd Worthy Wednesday. I cannot believe that. I'm not sure if I have completely recovered just yet. I think I've watched last week Worthy Wednesday probably like 14 times. And I'm not kidding. There's something about seeing your children do something that you kind of feel like maybe you have a little bit better of an edge than them. Does that make sense? But it's certainly good for me, and it does my heart well as a mom to see Gianna not be afraid and kind of step out there and do something that is, I don't think talking is outside of her comfort zone. She gets it honest, but I do think, speaking and preparing a lesson is a little bit outside of her comfort zone. I'm so proud of her. I'm still so proud of her. I can't believe she actually wanted to do it, which completely tripped me out. So anyway, I'm happy to see y'all tonight on this Worthy Wednesday. Today is December the 9th. Okay, if you're keeping track, 16 days till Christmas and 19 days to my birthday. My birthday is the 28th. So we already celebrating that Jesus is born, but in case you needed a reminder, my birthday is December the 28th. Best month ever. So, worthy women, I wanted to talk just a little bit about belief system. I started studying this last week sometime. I didn't get to share anything with you last week. Gianna talked on some points that I was like, she might hear that again. That's how the ball breaks a little bit when you can, when your mama is your mama and you can take some that doesn't belong to you. That's me. But I wanted to specifically tackle belief system during the last month of the year, just because I believe that with everything that 2020 has unfolded, I'm going to say that completely. It has unfolded a lot of things. A lot of people have said that 2020 was terrible, and I cannot say that. I can't get an agreement with it. This year for me has been completely fantastic. Gianna graduated from high school. She graduated with honors. She graduated, and it was not the typical graduation, but it was still an amazing graduation ceremony that her high school put on for her. We were able to have a celebration for her. My daughter received a scholarship offer to play volleyball at the University of Portland. She received the top academic scholarship from the university. 2020 for me, y'all, has completely been epic. Like, I know that we as a country and as a nation have faced, the pandemic, the economic crisis, things that just seem unprecedented. But outside of the global scape of everything that's happening, you have to remember that you are one individual and you have your family and you have a lot of things that are personally responsible to you. And I can say that this has by far been one of the best years of my life. It's not to say that it hasn't been without difficulty, but I tell you, perspective is everything. And when people say, I'll be glad when this year is over, and I'm like, oh, I'm sad it'll be over, because there are so many highs. There have been so many highs for me in 2020. And it's just been pretty ding dang amazing. And so I'm thankful. Gianna turned 18 in 2020. Like, so many wonderful things have happened this year. So in the last month of the year, I felt it was imperative, especially maybe not for y'all, but for me, I think there are some areas sometimes in my life that I struggle with, specifically with belief and what do I believe, what don't I believe. And I think there's no better time for us as women, whether we are young or younger. I'm not going to say we're older girls, but we begin to really define what we believe. And so I thought Gianna did a phenomenal job last week. The illustration with the ice cubes, and those are your beliefs when they're liquid and then they begin to form and freeze. But sometimes anyway, I thought she did an amazing job with that. If you didn't watch it, you should watch it. But I want to specifically speak to one particular thing, because I feel like this is paramount for me. And why I love Worthy Women is because 9 times out of 10, I'm really just talking to myself. And then I just talk to y'all, basically. But I'm really talking to me, but I'm talking to y'all. So I went to the dictionary because it's my favorite thing. And there are a lot of times in our lives that we interchange words. We'll say, oh, it's the same thing. It means the same thing. And if you read the dictionary, you know that words that we interchange don't mean the same thing. So I thought about belief versus believe, because those are two different elements. They're two different words. They have two different meanings, but we often interchange them when we're speaking. Oh yeah, that's a common belief, and I believe that, and I just kept thinking, dude, there's some things I believe, but it's not my belief. You understand what I'm saying? So I wanted to figure out, how do I define that better, not just for myself, but for you too, so we can take some time over the next few days and really define what we know and what is my belief. Like, not what do I believe, but what is my belief? What is my belief about God? What is my belief about money? What is my belief about relationships? What is my belief about finances? What is my belief about college? What is my belief about work? Now, I can tell you my belief about work is not working. Y'all pray for me. Listen, I didn't have to work today, but I work tomorrow. And so I'm like, oh, Father, working every day, you guys. Okay, I'm back. So I want to describe and define belief, because that's really what I want to talk about. I want to talk about believe next week, but I want to talk about belief tonight. Okay, so belief is a noun. Did y'all know that? I mean, it makes sense in my brain. So it says it is the state or habit of mind in which trust or confidence is placed in some person or thing. Belief. It is the state or habit of mind in which trust or confidence is placed in some person or something. So let's talk about that for just a minute. Belief is the state. State is solid. The foundation is sure. There are no cracks. You can build upon something. That is the state of something. And habit, girl, Worthy Women, are there some habits that we need to get rid of? Yes, let's not talk about them tonight, but we all have some habits that we need to cut, okay? According to cognitive theory, because low-key, talking about your brain is right up my alley. So anyway, there's a theory, cognitive theory, talks about belief and belief systems. Now, in order for you to create a habit, you have to do something consistently. That means it has to become a part of your routine. It is habitual, meaning that you're always doing it. But in order for something to become a habit, there are two theories. First of all, they say that you could do something for 7 days, but to be more effective, you can do it for 21 days. So if you do something for 7 days, or if you do something for 21 days, it then becomes a part of your routine. Like you do it without thinking. Now, let me give you an example. We brush our teeth. Now, you had to be taught to brush your teeth. I know that seems crazy, but when we were younger, we loved walking around with the toothbrush. But as you got older, you were like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But it had to become a habit. That means we, as parents and as children, as we learned it, we had to learn. We had to practice it daily, sometimes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, until our state of mind adapted that practice and said, this is now what we do every single day, like washing your hands, flushing the toilet, using toilet paper, whatever analogy you want to use. A habit is something that you must do consistently. Okay. So belief is a noun, and it is the state, meaning that particular thought, that particular lifestyle is solid, or it is the habit of your mind. That means it is my daily practice. So in that sense, it is in which trust or confidence is placed. Belief. Belief means that I place trust or confidence in some person or something. Okay, y'all. So I thought about this in many areas. We often say, I have confidence in my employer. I have confidence in my job. I have confidence in my ability. I have confidence in myself. But in actuality, worthy women, when you say that you have trust or confidence in something, you are saying that the habit of your mind in relationship to that person or relationship to that thing is solid. Now, when you experience something that you cannot account for example, when you can't account for no job, you can't account for no money, you can't account for heartbreak, you can't account for a car wreck, does your belief change? Do you now lose confidence in those things or in those people if something happened that is contradictory to the habit of your mind that you have already made with those people or things? So I think about this when you are in a relationship, whether that's with your spouse, with your significant other, with your children, with your coworkers. It takes time to develop a habit of trust. I mean, you just don't trust people when you first meet them, okay? But it also takes time for that trust to be broken, because I have to first learn how to trust you, and then that trust must develop into confidence. I have to trust you so much that I now have confidence in what you're going to do for me, or what our relationship is going to bring, not just to me, but also to you. But what happens when that belief shifts? Okay, so let me give you an example. This is a very personal story, so it's fine if you laugh. When I was like in my teenage years, I don't know, okay? We lived on Eglin Court. I will never forget this. My mom made some crab salad one time, or not crab, some shrimp salad with those little small miniature shrimps that are already pre-cooked, okay? Now, she told me, she said, Kari, I don't think you're going to like it. Now, I love all food. I will try anything. I love to eat. But she told me, she said, Cree, I don't think you're going to like it. And I was like, no, Mom. She was like, okay, I want you to try a little bit. So she gave me a cracker. She put just a little bit on it. Okay, now if I'm being completely honest, it was gross. Y'all, it was gross, okay? I didn't like it. My mom can throw down. Do you hear me? But I didn't like that. And she was like, did you like it? Okay, because I'm stupid. I was like, yes, ma'am, I liked it. Hated it. Okay, but because the state and the habit of my mind is to eat a lot and to eat all the time and to eat when my mom shows me food, I was like, no, Mom, I like it. I like it. This is what she told me. She was like, you don't have to eat no more. Don't get any more. It's fine. She said, but if you get some more out, you will eat that. Okay, it's fine, Mom. I'm going to do it, whatever. Anyway, so I came back downstairs a little bit later and I was like, I want some more shrimp sauce. She said, Kari, I'm telling you, you do not have to eat that. Okay, now listen, what was my belief about that shrimp salad. My belief is that it's gross, okay? But my other belief that was conflicting in my head was, but I like to try new things and it's different and I want to eat it. But my true belief, the state of my mind was, I don't like this. And I had confidence in myself that I didn't like it, but that didn't stop me from eating it. So I went back downstairs and I said, I want some more. So I got more. I got like 4 tablespoons. I am so embarrassed to tell this story. Anyway, I got like 4 tablespoons of this salad, shrimp, whatever. I don't even know what it's called. Anyway, so I only ate like 1 or 2 bites and then I felt nauseous and I didn't want to eat it. So my sister was down there with me because we were downstairs. And then she was like, you better eat that or you're going to get in trouble. And I was like, no, it's fine. So my mom came downstairs and she said, Kareem Michelle Copeland, I told you, you didn't have to eat it. It's fine if you didn't like it. I like it. Okay, by this time I'm crying. And you know what my mom said? Because she's that mom. She was like, you're not going to bed until you eat that. So I'm crying. And then she said, okay, fine. I'm going to wrap it up. And tomorrow when you get home from school, you have to eat it. Well, all I could think about is I'm going to have to eat that tomorrow. And it's gross. And I don't even like it. But my belief, the state and the habit of my mind did not work. It failed me. The trust and the confidence that I had failed. But did that stop me from doing something stupid? No. So time out, worthy women. Just because your belief is one thing, it doesn't mean that it's the right time for you to exercise that belief and go in a different direction. See, this is what we do. We decide that my belief says I can run a marathon, okay? But what's accurate, what's the habit of my mind, what's the true state of my mind is that I can't run 5 minutes. But I'm going to run 26 miles. See, my belief is misleading. But because, listen, I'm going to just call it for what it is. Okay, it's pride. It's not your pride. It's my pride. But because of pride, worthy women, listen, I had to go to bed dreading that I was going to have to eat that salad. So let me tell y'all what happened. The next morning we get up and we go to school. I run downstairs because my mom didn't come downstairs first in the morning, right? She only came down to finish our hair. So I ran downstairs and I took my little bowl of the shrimp salad and I poured all but 1 tablespoon back into the main bowl. My sister happened, love how that works out. She happened to come downstairs. She was like, what are you doing? And I was like, the Lord told me. Y'all, how is this even possible? I said, the Lord told me to put it back. She was like, the Lord said that? And I was like, don't tell Mom, okay? Now, what did my belief really say? I'm going to tell you what it said. Corey, if you eat that shrimp salad, you're going to be sick and you're going to throw up and then you're going to get a whooping because you wasted this food and your mom told you you shouldn't eat it anyway. But I decided that the state of my mind and the trust and the confidence I had, not in myself, but in the accuracy of what my mama would do if she caught me doing that, determined that I was going to put that shrimp salad back in the bowl. Okay, it's fine. Nobody knew, right? We came home from school. I had 1 spoonful. She saw me eat it and I kept on. Y'all, can I tell you 30 years later, this is how long ago this was. I mean, it was last week. 30 years later, we were talking, my sister, my mom, and I told them this story. And my mom said, what? She said, what did you say? My sister was like, now we're adults. Now she can't whoop me still, can she? Oh God. Okay. Anyway. And I was like, okay, Mom. So I did it. And she looked, then she busted out laughing. Okay. Which made me sweat way less because she started laughing. And she said, girl, I can't believe you said the Lord. And I was like, oh my gosh. But here's why I'm telling you this story. Sometimes my beliefs dictate how I live. If it suits me, and it did at that moment, it suited me to say my belief system says I should not eat this shrimp salad. But the reality is what I believed, past tense, was that I was going to get a whooping. So instead of risking it, I decided to put the shrimp salad back. Now, I'll give you that illustration because it makes sense, right? But here's where I want to tie, sorry, I dropped my book. Here's where I want to tie the two words together. Believe is the action of belief. So whatever my belief tells me, I can run a marathon. When I believe that I can, that's the action that I'm putting to my belief. So I'm going to start running and I'm going to start training because I believe that I can run a marathon. But y'all, I thought to myself, I said, well, that might not work because sometimes what I believe, the action of my belief is contrary. Like I have a belief system that I could be a great baker. But I don't believe I'm a great baker. I'm a great eater of baked goods, but I'm not a great baker of baked goods. So what I believe is the execution of my belief system. So let me break it down like this, because this is where I really want us to focus, not just this week or next week or the next week or the next week, like forever. We really need to begin to define what my beliefs are. Okay. So according to Dr. Ralph Lewis, I'm going to tell you this, then I'm going to tell you what I want you to study. He said that beliefs are psychologically our brain's way of making sense and investigating our complex world. Beliefs are mental representations of the way that our brains expect things in our environment to behave and how those things are related to each other. Okay. What my belief tells me about you, about this person, about this job, about this skill, my belief system, my beliefs help my brain determine whether or not this is something that I am capable of doing. Wait a minute. Worthy women, if I don't have a belief that I am worthy and I can't find anything or anyone in my environment that comes into agreement with that belief, I don't believe it. And the believing part is me being action, me doing, me going, me being. But if there is no agreement, if there is no environment, if there is nothing that gets into alignment with my belief of being worthy, then you know how I act? Unworthy. If my belief system is that I am strong and capable and independent and a good mother, a good wife, a good sister, a good cousin, but there is nothing in my mind that represents that, there is nothing in my environment that represents that, then what I believe is the opposite. Okay, so here's why this is so important. Beliefs can hinder us in creating new context based on experience that we've had, experience that we've seen others have. Therefore, it makes it almost impossible for us to start over. What does that mean in real language? My belief system, my belief, my thoughts, my actions can hinder my life. Y'all, in my favorite book, the Bible, there's a scripture in Proverbs that says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Now, listen, I'm all about positivity. I'm all about that. But let me just make it plain for you. Science is in agreement with Proverbs 4 and 23. As you think, it says beliefs can it hinders your creativity. It hinders the context that you live in. It hinders your ability to start something new. Your beliefs determine whether or not you believe. Wait, hold on. Listen, people walking around saying, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. And do you know what their mind is saying? No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Worthy women, what are we saying in our mind? Listen, okay. What comes out of your mouth is already up here and it's in here. Did y'all know that? Even if you're in an argument, think about it. This is how true it is. Now, have you ever had an argument with somebody? I'm gonna use sister as an example. Whenever I have an argument with my sister, if she's done something to me that day, yesterday, the day before, last year, 25 years ago, do you know while she's saying something, I'm already about to say what she did, even if it was 25 years ago. Why? Because what I have thought and my beliefs about her up here and in here come out. So if your belief system is negative, your speech is negative. If your belief system is doubt, your speech is doubt. If your belief system is criticism, your speech is critical. If your belief system is insecurity, your speech is insecure. Listen, this is what I need for all of us to understand. What I believe, okay? And I know that's not grammatically correct, so I'm sorry. But my beliefs determine the state of my mind. Woo! Listen, worthy women, if you understand that your beliefs determine the state of your mind. If you have beliefs that you will never be successful, that you will never go back to school, that you will never get a better job, that you will never lose the weight, that you will never be, your beliefs are telling your mind that there is nothing in our environment that agrees with that. That there is no way that we can start something new and create a new experience. So therefore, we now solidify my beliefs in my heart and in my mind by speaking them out into the atmosphere and saying, oh, I'm never going to be that. I'll never get a better job. I'll never lose the weight. I'm not going to be happy because my beliefs that are in my head and in my heart come out of my mouth. Okay. Worthy women, listen to me. I thought to myself, I need to change my beliefs. Okay? A lot. Because there are so many things in the world that grab our mental attention. And if we don't have reference for those things, for me, my favorite reference is the Bible. But if I don't have anything that I can bring back and say, okay, I can become that. Okay, I can work in that area. Okay, I can make those changes. Then there's nothing that we can do. Now I'm gonna give y'all another example and y'all probably laugh about it. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with you laughing at me because I laugh at myself. When I was a teenager, I had terrible menstrual period. Terrible, okay? Like, lay down, terrible. Lay down. My sister, God in heaven, she is going to die on this. Anyway, I digress. They were so terrible. So, my belief system at the time was birth control is for fast girls, okay? Do y'all know what that means? Girls that they have sex. That's the best way for me to describe it. They were fast. They were going around and, okay, I'm not doing that. Well, number one, because my dad was a pastor. Anyway, so when we went to college, my sister and I, we went to college and there would be days during my cycle that I literally could not get out of bed. And I remember one time my sister telling me, we were in our 20s, like 22, 23. She was like, sister, you should go to the doctor, see an OBGYN. She can help you. They can give you birth control. Okay. What is my belief system about birth control at that time? You are a sinner if you take birth control. Birth control is for people who are having sex, and that is bad. That's exactly what was happening. That was my belief system. That's what I had in my head. That's what I had in my heart. That's what came out of my mouth. My sister was like, no, sis, it's not for that. I was like, yes, it is. Mom and dad would be so disappointed if we took birth control. Okay, listen, when you know better, you do better. This is all I'm telling y'all, right? When you know better, you can do better. Okay, so This is not an exaggeration. For 25 years, my sister told me about that. And I was like, you are a sinner, because my belief was having birth control or taking it is a sin. Like, what are our parents going to say? We can't do it. And my sister was like, no, it'll help you. It'll help your cramps. It'll help this. And I was like, I can't hear that. All right. So my belief system, because it hindered me in creating new context. Okay. So fast forward to 2017. It's that time again, worthy women, and I could not get out of bed. I was like, ooh, I'm not feeling that good. Well, I knew that I had anemia. My iron has always been a little low. No problem. So I'm like, let me go get some iron. I'll take some iron. Picked up the girls from school. About 12 midnight, I called my sister. I was like, dude, I think I need to go to the hospital. Like, for real. I was like, sister, I am so weak right now. I don't know what to do. So she was like, okay, now my sister lives about 35 minutes from me in Tucson. Okay. So I was like, I'm going to just go now. It shouldn't be that busy. Of course, everyone and their mother was in the emergency room at 1 a.m. this day. It was Valentine's Day. This is why I remember it. So I get to the hospital and I was like, so here are the symptoms I'm having. I was like, I've been really weak. I'm kind of short of breath, blah, blah, blah. They were like, what? So they hooked me up to the monitor. They're like, oh, let's get an EKG. They were like, oh, let's get an x-ray. Let's get a CAT scan. I was like, can you just give me an aspirin? I think I'll be fine. They were like, you've lost too much blood. I was like, what? Now, what did my belief system tell me? Oh, they'll just give me a pill and it'll be fine. No. My belief system told me that I shouldn't listen to somebody else who is helping me create a different experience in new context. My belief system told me my sister is a sinner. My belief system told me she's always done things we're not supposed to do. My belief system told me for 25 years, there is no way, Kari, that you can use birth control and not burn in Hades. That is what my belief system told me. So here I am in the hospital. It's now 2 a.m. and I'm hooked up to the machine. I got an IV. They've done a CAT scan. Now they're going to roll me an MRI. Like, this legit. This is y'all, I was medically compromised at this time. Okay. So I called my sister. I was like, so now they're admitting me. She was like, are you kidding me? So it's 2 a.m. She can't leave my niece. And she was like, okay. So she got my niece. She drove over to my house so she could get Gianna. And then they got to come to the hospital. Lord have mercy. Obviously, this is pre the pandemic because I couldn't tell you the story because we wouldn't be happening. So anyway, I had to take some medicine because they wanted to stop the flow immediately, right? Then I had to go to a gynecologist 3 days after that. So she said, this is not normal. And she said, so I want to put you on some, say it with me, birth control. I'm still, y'all, after experiencing this medical emergency, isn't it crazy how your belief system still says, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that? Because those beliefs are limiting. Those beliefs. Do you have any worthy women limiting? Let me lift my hand right now. Okay. Cause it's me, not y'all. It's me. Limiting beliefs that could have caused more of a medical emergency than I was already. Oh, is it just me? I'm just talking to me. So I had literally limiting beliefs that would not allow me. They hindered me from hearing what the doctor was saying, even though I had just experienced a medical emergency. Time out. Time out. Our beliefs are how we define ourselves. What I believe, my belief about me and what birth control means and what it means if you're not a good wife or you're not a good mother. Those are my beliefs that I think other people have the same beliefs as I do, but they don't. So when they don't get in alignment with me, I'm like, oh no, you can't be in my life. But have you ever thought that your beliefs could hinder you? That's what good Dr. Lewis said. He said they can hinder you from creating new context. Based on what? Experience. Come on, listen. You know how we say experience is the best teacher? That is a lie. It is not the best teacher. Okay? It is a effective teacher, but it's not the best teacher. See, the best teacher is to change your beliefs. But it's so much easier to keep with the same belief system because, well, hasn't it worked for you this long? Correct. Didn't it work for you all this time? From the time you were 15 until the time you were 40? Didn't that work for you? Using that same belief system about, I can't even say it, birth control. Didn't that work for you? Let me just tell you the answer, worthy women. The answer is no, no, no. It did not work for me at all. And I can't for the life of me, at this stage in my life, I cannot for the life of me understand. Now, 2 years removed from that situation. Thank God all is well. Sorry, didn't mean to leave you hanging. All is well. And I have to take birth control. Okay, anyway, I'm back. Anyway, but I have to take it due to my iron. So it's iron based. So that way it keeps my... Oh, okay, anyway. But I'm just saying, isn't it amazing that my belief system caused me to neglect, cut off, intercept any new belief system because I didn't want to create a new experience. Why is that? If what we're doing now is bringing pain and frustration and hurt and turmoil, y'all, why don't we want to create a new belief system? Can I raise my hand and tell you the answer? The answer is because we know it. Worthy women, that's the problem with the belief system that you already have. Because you know it, you don't want. God help us. We don't want to change what we know. Why would I want to be happy if I'm used to being miserable? Why would I want to be joyful when I'm used to being sour? Why would I want to speak life to my children when nobody spoke life to me? Why would I want to become better? Because being bitter has worked for me. My God. Okay. I'm not talking to anybody. Listen, I'm talking to me because my belief system can hinder what I become because I am unwilling to change it. Worthy women, I'm telling you right now, for the rest of your life, and I'm not even exaggerating, for the rest of your life, what is your belief system? Like in my head, I see my daughter pouring. I just see her pouring, and I'm thinking about how much of our belief system, some falls in, some spills out. And instead of us focusing on the things that are pouring into us, cleaning us up, making us better, what are we focused on? The stuff that's on the table. Oh my God. Let me tell you, for 25 years, I was focused on that birth control is bad for you. I don't even know how else to tell y'all that. Like, that's exactly what I thought. My sister, who is now the queen of petty in that lane, tells me all the time, I am never letting you live that down. She said, sister, oh my God, and here's the revelation. She said, sister, you suffered for nothing. Okay, let's just end right here because I could slap myself 1,000 times. My belief system asked me to suffer for 25 years. And do you know what's crazy? Worthy women, I said yes. Oh my God. How many of you have said yes to something because it's your belief? You would rather endure pain, frustration, rejection, elimination, humiliation. You would rather endure those things instead of changing your belief. Okay. For me and me alone. This is for me. This is for me. What have I missed out on in my 20s, in my 30s, now just in my 40s? What have my beliefs caused me to miss out? What has God not been able to bring to me because what my belief here and here have now come out here, and he's like, I can't go against your will. I can't bring it because you're saying I can't bring it. I can't deliver you because you said you can't get delivered. I can't heal you because you said I won't get healed. What have you missed in your life because you are unwilling to change your belief. Y'all, y'all, okay. Oh, okay. I'm okay. Let me end this right here. So here is what you have to work on this week forever. Like, I literally am going to make a poster and put it up. I'm going to put it up at home. I'm going to put it up at work, everywhere, because I need to think about this every day, all day. Belief origin. Where do my beliefs originate? Where do they come from? Where did that belief about not taking birth control come from? It came from me thinking that only fast girls do that, and I don't want to be fast. I want to be good. I want people to think I'm good. Where does that crap even come from? Where, y'all, I know you can sit down right now and look at yourself and say, how many beliefs do I have? And I have no idea where they originated. How many beliefs, worthy women, have you just picked up and cultivated it as a habit in your mind? Oh my God. Woo! Okay. Anyway, this is just for me. So where do your beliefs come from? That's for identify that. Where? Some of the ways that you parent, some of the ways that you speak, some of the ways that you live, the clothes that you wear, everything in our life goes back to a belief system. Belief, let me define it for you. The state or habit of mind in which trust or confidence is placed in some person or something. So here's your homework, and I'll post it after this. It says, identify, number one, what my beliefs are. That could take a few minutes. What are my beliefs? Number two, identify what is my state of mind. Let's skip that. Next. Number three, what evidence defines my belief? Where in my life could you show me? Where in your life could you show me? Here's the evidence from this belief. Let me give you an example. Will my belief that I want a car get me a car? No. But the evidence of my belief is you seen a car in my garage. Y'all get that parallel? So it's not whether or not you can believe, which is the action of belief, but I want to know that my belief that I have to have or I need a car, the evidence of that belief is now in my garage. See, the belief that I have to be better than Sister Cucumber is what? What evidence is that? That I cut her off when I see her? That I don't speak to her when I see her? See, you can find evidence for every belief that you have, good or not so good. I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm just going to say it's not so good. What evidence defines my belief? And finally, number 4, what or where has my belief hindered me? Okay, so anyway, that concludes this session of Worthy Wednesday because I can't talk about this anymore. Y'all, I need you to know, I literally, for the last 2 years, this is a true statement. I cannot believe, which is the action of my belief. See, you see how that works? I cannot believe that I accepted and I put together my heart and my mind. I put it together and started speaking out of my mouth that I would rather suffer with those cycles instead of embracing a new experience to create a better life experience. For 2 years, I have had a better time than I've had in a long, long time in my natural process of being a woman because I decided that once I identified where that belief came from and I identified what state of mind I was in to keep living that belief, I then decided the evidence of that belief was me being in the hospital, having a medical emergency. So then I decided instead of allowing that belief to hinder me from this day forward, I said, I am now destroying that belief and creating a new one. Okay, first of all, I just want to tell you it's been the best 2 years ever. Damn, thank you, Jesus. But how long? Oh, my, woo, y'all. This is a word for me. This is a word for me. It's just for me. How long will your belief system keep you from doing and being who you were born to be. How long? How long? Anyway, I can't talk about it no more. I can't, y'all. I love y'all. Woo! But this is ringing in me. It's ever since I started studying, and then Gianna talked about it. Then I was like, dude, we have to fix our belief system. It has been and continues to be a hindrance. That's why I can tell you tonight that 2020 has been one of the best years of my life, because my belief and what's in my heart and what's in my mind and what's come out of my mouth are the celebrations and the goodness and the faithfulness of the things that the Lord has allowed to occur. And I'm thinking, even in the midst of a pandemic where certain things are happening beyond my control, I can't do anything about it, but I can choose to align my beliefs with things and experiences that can change the habit of me complaining, the habit of me being angry, the habit of me being bitter. I can y'all, that is the beauty of a belief. I can change it anytime. Anyway, worthy women, I love y'all so much. Happy Worthy Wednesday. I'll post the homework after this. I can't wait to see y'all next Wednesday.